D&D Broadcasting, Douglas Bickford here. This is a tribute to George fucking Bush murderer and Karl Rove and Nancy Pelosi on President's Day. And hold on, here's the story. Alright. It is at... where the... okay, here we go. Conyers. No more delays for Rove on U.S. Attorney's testimony. And it's got a picture of Karl Rove, George fucking murdering Bush, and Harriet Miers. I guess it's Harriet Miers I was talking about. Okay, and this is also a warning for House Judiciary Chair John Conyers, because on the 23rd of February, Karl Rove has to appear before his ass. Karl Rove, the murderer, has to appear because of a subpoena that Bush let him out of. I forgot what year it was. It's probably 2004, I think. For the firings of attorneys. Wasn't it attorneys? Okay, I think it was like 15 attorneys or something, and Gonzalez was in on it too. But anyway, here's the story. But if you remember, Karl Rove threatened Mike Connell, who was exposing the murdering bastard Bush, and Rove rigging the 2004 elections. And then all of a sudden, Mike Connell was dead, and Karl Rove threatened him. It's just amazing to me the shit that Bush regime, Karl Rove, Harriet Miers, these people do. Alright. Another development in the ongoing saga of Karl Rove's long-sought testimony on the U.S. Attorney firings. House Judiciary Chair John Conyers has sent a letter to Rove's lawyer, Robert Luskin, enclosing a subpoena for Rove to appear before the committee February 23rd. The date had already been agreed to in a prior exchange of letters late last month. Now, Karl Rove was supposed to go on February 2nd, and he said publicly that he wasn't going to he wasn't going to respond to any subpoenas from House Judiciary Chair John Conyers. But John Conyers is not letting this go because Rove is a murdering bastard, just like Bush, okay? And they're all, Bush had let this Karl murderer Rove off back in, I believe it's 2004, because he said he was immune from the U.S. Congress to go for the subpoena or whatever. Anyway, things are getting slippery again. Rove had originally been scheduled to appear February 2nd, but the two sides agreed to a delay, in part thanks to a scheduling conflict on Rove's part. Yeah, he's a liar. He's a murderer. That's why he didn't show up, and that's why he doesn't want to testify under oath. Kind of like Bush and Cheney did not want to testify under oath to the 9/11 Commission report, and they wanted to do it together because they're murdering bastards. But apparently Luskin, in the intervening time, had asked for a second delay. In addition, Rove had announced in a recent speech in California he didn't intend to appear, citing executive privilege claimed by President fucking murdering bastard Bush. In today's, I hate to tell you this, Mr. Rove, but we have a new president. His name's Barack Obama, so your ass has to go. In today's letter issuing the subpoena, Conyers informs Luskin that he won't agree to the requested second delay. Conyers writes, given Mr. Rove's public statements that he does not intend to comply with a subpoena, I am puzzled as to why Mr. Rove needs a mutually convenient date to fail to appear. I'll tell you why, Mr. Conyers, he doesn't want to show up. Because he's guilty of fucking murder. He knows that Bush killed 2,794 people on 9/11 and Dick Cheney. And he knows that this investigation of these attorneys is going to open up the whole freaking can of worms against Bush and the Bush regime and Dick Cheney, Condoleezza Rice, and all the rest of the murdering bastards that know the truth about 9/11. And that's why he doesn't want to appear for this subpoena. Now the thing is, Mr. Conyers, I would advise you to get some security guards, get a big ass dog, don't fly, because they're going to try to kill you before Mr. Rove has to publicly appear for this subpoena. And it's all true. Kind of like Beverly Eckert. Conyers also writes that he can't accept Luskin's request to have Rove's testimony be limited to the matter of the Don Siegelman case, meaning he would stay mum on the U.S. attorney's firings. Next week, the Obama White House is scheduled to formally weigh in on the contempt proceedings currently being brought by Conyers' committee against two other former Bush aides, Harriet Miners and Josh Bolten. Translation, two more fucking murderers, for their testimony on the firings. The position the White House takes could well determine whether Rove will ultimately be required to testify by a court, which is where things seem to be heading. Thank God that somebody's trying to take these bastards down. Thank you, Mr. Conyers. And do you agree, Donna? Say it.
Also want to... Yeah, I just wanted to say we're celebrating, instead of President's Day, we're celebrating Should Be Dead President's Day.
Bill Clinton.
Bill Clinton.
HGW fucking Bush. George fucking Bush.
W.
Well, obviously, President Reagan is already dead, so
yeah.
That's a good thing.
So this should be Dead President's Day.
Yes.
Okay.
That's what everybody should be flying the flags upside down, backwards, and ripped to shreds, because not one president has been out to help us, except for one,
Obama.
And people are saying, oh, no, Obama's the Antichrist, Obama is this, Obama is that. No, Obama's helping us. He's the only one that has helped us in probably the last, 200 years.
Yeah.
Well, with the exception of this. And then the rest of them all a bunch of murdering bastards. Kind of like Truman dropped two big nukes on two cities, Hiroshima and Nagasaki. Let me see, like 1 million people died of radiation poisoning and instantaneous death, like 300,000. And Harry Truman, is it Harry Truman? Yeah. Harry Truman is a fucking hero. Are you shitting me? Over 1 million people dead in Japan, and because our fucked up government, Truman, which it should be dead President's Day, and he is dead, thank God, dropped two big nukes on a country and killed all those people, and he's considered a hero. Does that make any sense to you out there, world? And we are celebrating by flying the fucking flag high.
So happy Should Be Dead President's Day.
Happy shits
Should
to all
be
these
dead.
garbage freaking presidents that should be dead.
That are dropping chemtrails on us and bombs on Iraq and breaking the back of this country, stole all our money.
Stole our money, did 9/11 to us.
Did the 9/11, we're homeless, we have no civil rights.
Murdering bastards.
So, Should Be Dead President's Day is our new holiday, and we're celebrating it today.
Now make no mistake, CIA, because when you see this fucking video, you're gonna say, no, I'm not making no threats to no president, because I ain't stupid. But they ought to be all dead because they're a bunch of murdering bastards, just like you are.
Have a great spirit-filled day.
Yeah.